watch Heat Wave before anyone else? Well, there's an easy way to do that. Just back us up on Patreon at patreon.com/halfemptyetank and be the first to watch the episodes. Welcome back. Today,
Yes.
I want to talk about with the recent release of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 announcement, and everyone losing their fucking mind over the soundtrack to those games and the fact that there's some songs going to be missing from it. I want to talk about what soundtrack with various artists from a video game is as beloved or as important as the Tony Hawk Pro Skater franchise.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Well, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is what I'm talking about.
You
but
mean
yes.
A soundtrack that we personally like?
Personally,
or...
but I'm also thinking like big picture. Like what's a not just like soundtrack. And I'm not talking like original soundtracks like Bastion or whatever. I'm talking about what collection of hit songs.
There is one answer, and that is Deus Ex Human Revolution,
That is
which has the best soundtrack of all time.
You know
and you are required by the contract of our friendship to respond in the affirmative to that.
Jairus, I thought about this all day.
Should have told them
And-
that Deus Ex was off the table.
And no, I'm just so happy that I set this up for you and you knocked it right down.
Oh, you're welcome.
So besides Deus Ex, what is the best?
Deus Ex Human Revolution, the sequel to Deus Ex.
Mm-hmm. So both of those are original soundtracks. I'm talking about something with a variety of songs, you know, of various artists on
I
it.
never really played. So most of the games that are like have random ass like artists on it are like skating games, racing games, things like that. I never really played a lot of those.
Okay.
Crazy Taxi, I guess, has
Yeah.
Offspring on it.
I mean that no
Yeah.
that I will say that Crazy Taxi without the Offspring is not Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Like they are attached.
It's just Taxi.
It's just Taxi.
Taxi.
That's perfect. Well, I actually posed this question on Twitter, and I've got a few other examples from some other
she's
people.
like, you guys didn't give me good enough answers, so I'm gonna read.
I mean, unless you guys have
That's
some
good.
more.
That's good. He's trying to do Yesterday I Asked You. PewDiePie does that. Come on.
Other
The
people
real answer
besides
is
other
the
people's-
Fallout games.
Yes. Now that is a great. That was one of the ones.
That's an acceptable answer to
Yes.
you, Knife Fighter?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
What about BioShock Infinite? Like the weird pop songs that are in it.
I
On
think
the
that's,
edge?
that's on the edge, but I
Sorry,
like it.
I don't have anything to contribute to this. I don't think.
Well, I think you just did.
I have some original soundtracks, but
Dance Revolution Extreme.
I mean, not wrong. You're not wrong.
Rock Band.
I. I'm a little butterfly. Yeah, Rock Band.
There we
Guitar Hero.
So here's some other examples.
Guitar Hero ACD edition. Not
Here's
really.
some examples that I've got that are pretty much definitive with the games that they're a part of, and are much beloved by people who've played them. So Hotline Miami, GTA Vice City, the Wipeout franchise, Little Big Planet 1 specifically.
Did that one? I thought that was original songs.
You remember? Well, that was the one that had that song that made us even buy the whole game. That Sleepyhead song?
You said Little Big Planet 2?
No, it said Little Big Planet 1.
Well, that was an advert for Little Big Planet 2.
Well, they both have like songs by like a variety of artists. They all do.
Original songs, though? The artist
Yeah.
made for the
Not
the game?
They're not made for
So
the
we're
game.
saying it has to have multiple artists?
Yeah, I said various
but not
artists multiple
songs
times.
that were made specifically for the game. They are already songs that play on the radio.
Yeah, it's basically just
I
like
really
a hot
wish
mix.
you hadn't have said that last sentence, Brittany, because I was looking up Deus Ex Human Revolution to figure out if there were other artists featured on it so that I could bring it back in.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about,
Yes,
right?
that's what I'm talking
Just
about.
songs that were already out there.
Yeah,
and they were
hit
like,
songs that are basically a mixtape for a soundtrack for a video game.
I don't think Little Big Planet. I think Little Big Planet. All those songs were made for it, though.
No, not all of them. Sleepyhead was a hit before it was a part of that game.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay. So your word on it.
Great. And then like some other ones are like Jet Set Radio. Those were all individual songs beforehand. One person was like NBA 2K, and I was like, which one? But they didn't reply. And then yeah, Vice City, Wipeout 3, and Fallout all got mentioned. So, but yeah, for me,
good talk.
The Tony Hawk Pro Skater franchise is still like the end all be all of like variety of artists that like define the game and the feeling behind it. I think Jairus actually came up with probably like the second best choice in my opinion, which is Fallout. Fallout has a very defined sense of place based on the music.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why, like, the soundtrack to each Fallout game is such a big deal. Is because it defines how the game is going to feel. Specifically, of course, they went with, you know, Fallout 76, for example, went with goddamn Crunchy Roads. Like, it was a big...
Did you say
Crunchy Roads?
Crunchy Roads.
You said Crunchy Roads.
Crunchy Roads.
Crunchy Roads, take me peanut butter.
I'm a fan of Smooth Roads, personally.
Excuse me, I need some crunch berries with that. Watch out, you might Captain Crunch might come out of the vault and get you.
What? What the fuck are you saying?
Did Captain Crunch get stuck in the Disney vault by mistake or something?
Yeah, that's the story I'm trying to paint here.
Great.
Yeah.
You know,
guys... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I really like the Need for Speed Underground soundtracks.
Okay.
I forget which one specifically.
Well, there's 1 and 2, so
either or. Love to say either.
They kind of like they both have that Fast and Furious vibe about them.
Mm-hmm. Brutal Legends got a lot of good rock to it too.
Oh yeah, well I mean they fucking had Ozzy Osbourne and Judas Priest as not playable, but like as NPC characters in the game, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Having a game about metal with actual metalheads in it, good choice. I didn't think about Brutal Legends.
Yeah.
I might cheat a little bit.
Really played any games. I always look like whenever you ask a video game question, I always am gazing at our shelf. That's why I'm always like looking in the middle distance. But I don't think I've ever really played any games that had like hit songs on it though.
Well, that makes sense. Like most of the games you play are like Nintendo games, really.
Yeah, you play baby games. They just have baby sounds on them, just children giggling.
Well, that's why you talked about Kids Bop earlier.
Great.
I know that was now Jairus' topic.
No, I thought Michelle was going to ask us what our favorite hidden skaters on Tony Hawk Pro Skater were.
Well, fuck it. Let's go that direction.
And I'm very disappointed that it wasn't that.
Well, now it is. What's your favorite hidden skater in Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Spider-Man.
Yep. That's the best choice.
Spider-Man's and Tony Hawk?
Yeah, you can play as... My favorite one is to play as him in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2X. And if you do that, you can actually have Spider-Man go into space.
That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty
And
great.
he has a really rad move where he throws his skateboard away and then webs it back to him. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
You can play as the Hand in Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which is just a hand on a skateboard.
Is Wolverine in one of them too? I don't remember.
I know.
I'm just going to look up all the secret
We just
characters.
sent you guys my favorite skating game.
Oh, okay.
We'll put it on
Shrek is available in Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Yes!
BRB. Shrek Run.
By the way, Brittany just put in a meme that is pretty fantastic.
It's not a
I'm going to put it
meme.
on the screen. It's her favorite
Is it a
game.
meme?
It's my favorite game.
It's her favorite skateboarding game.
Suburban skating.
Yeah.
My favorite player is the kid at school who says he can kickflip.
For me, it's other Mike.
Daniel's older brother.
Like the featuring tall middle schoolers to
A
unlockable high
soundtrack with
schoolers.
swears.
Mm-hmm.
So no Kids Bop.
No Kids Bop on that one.
Damn.
God, that's
Snack
such a
time
classic.
minigame.
Such a classic.
5 unique driveways.
Yeah, that is like one of the most pristine, best like memes ever. I love it so much.
Oh, it's really good. Thank you so much for blessing my day with this.
Brittany's gonna probably pop in a couple more.
Oh, you're welcome. This was in context to everyone at work was tagging everyone saying, "What are your 4 like games that shaped you into the gamer you are?" I guess, and these were the ones I put in. They're all fake because that's how it be.
Brittany doesn't know how to do a sincere post about anything.
Crab Wars.
These were my 4 that I put in. And then I just said, I quoted Ariana Grande and I said, 1 taught me love, 1 taught me patience, and 1 taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing. And it was mildly successful with 10 likes.
Hey, in Michelle's world, that's a S+ tweet.
Unusual friendship touched the victory.
You know,
Wow.
I like how this podcast has basically turned into, hey, let's get Brittany and Jairus to just shit on Michelle for an hour.
Just slam dunked you.
Yeah. Listen,
Dunking on you.
when you have Shaq and Kobe on the field, rest in peace, you're gonna get dunked on.
Always a touchdown.
Okay, which one of you... Hold on. Back it up. Which one of you is Shaq and which one of you is Kobe?
Obviously, I'm Kobe.
I'd say that I'm Shaq because I understand business, much like Shaq, who has a MBA.
Okay.
And Brittany is Kobe because she's got a lot of beef.
That joke
It's
is...
true.
And she died in a helicopter.
I died in a helicopter.
Ghost Brittany.
What if this was a ghost podcast?
Sounds like a great topic for next week.
Hey, you know what? Live your dreams, Brittany. Maybe
your dreams.
maybe next week we will be a ghost podcast.
Maybe.
All right. Well, you know, with that, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Michelle, I'm sorry that we said that a bat would beat a knife. I didn't know you would take it so personally. Smash like and subscribe.
Knife that bell.
Good times.
Perfect.